So what do you guys think about the hubcap color? Kind of get it now, don't you? I was looking for that as the main color, right? All over, and then have the white with the gray hubcaps. Maybe we'll logo that with a brush. I'm not sure. Thinking about it. Red, black, white. Haven't decided yet. So, gonna move on with some other stuff. I think I'll get these lights done real quick. Just gonna drill I got the switches in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these in. I got metal ones. Originally they were plastic, but you know, we're not going for completely original, are we? Well, let's put these on. And then I'll work on the deck a little bit more, get that ready. I do need to sand that down and paint it. It's either that or should I paint the roof? I don't know. I don't know. We'll do something. I gotta paint that, those two side pieces, this thing here. I'm just gonna use the sealer on that and just clear it so it has some protection. And then the sides will get the color on them. In the back part around there. It's got to get done. So, in this right here, I'll have to mask all this off now. That's not a big deal. Some people get freaked out about masking. It's not a big deal. Just got to be done. Then I'll get all this all painted. I already got the lid done, so I don't want to get this straight, fix the exhaust. I don't want to have everything covered up, and then before I paint the outside, I want to have the engine all covered up. I got a couple scratches to touch up. That's all normal stuff. So anyway, I'll get on this stuff and keep moving. We'll do some hyperlapse video and check it out. Talk to you in the next portion. Alright, so it's VW Parts 101 here. Okay, we had to literally move this thing almost an inch forward because it's so poorly made. Let me tell you a little bit why that is on these VW parts. First is, when you get like a part made in China, it doesn't mean that it's, you know, going to be bad. Usually what happens is these big companies that make like starters and alternators and whatever, and they have them made in China or built in China, they have enough volume that they can have a quality assurance person and all that stuff going on, and they make a better quality product. What happens with VW parts is they get a whole bunch of different vendors, and all the vendors go in on a bunch of parts, and then the parts get made, and then get shipped out in a container, and everybody divides up all their stuff. That's kind of how it works. So a lot of people say, oh, well, I got one at whatever parts place. Like I got one at Wolfsburg West, and it was really good, and I got the same part over at ISP, and the ISP one was better. Well, probably the part was made on the same run, so it was just one guy had got the luck on his, and then the other one didn't. It's a lot of the parts are the same. I'm just telling you guys that. You can believe it or not believe it. I kind of got a little inside information on that, but that's kind of how it happens, and because they just go in on it, they don't have any person to do QC or any way to do the QC, quality control. So that's why we get such crap parts. And so my point is when you work on VWs, you got to know how to weld, and you're just going to have to do it. If you never welded before in your life, you can join CT and 5150 MX VW. They never welded ever, and now they're actually doing okay. I mean, you can pick yourself up one of these Harbor Freight welders. It makes it a whole lot easier, especially when you're using gas. Some guys are using the one with the flex core, and they say it works really pretty good. So you can maybe even go there, get the one that takes gas, and then eventually add the gas to it. You can start with the flex core wire and at least learn how to weld, watch a couple videos, and that's just part of the deal. So if you're working on VWs, gotta have something like this. This one's a good one for the price. It's not great. It's not a great welder. It's not like amazing, but it's really good for the price you pay. It's $400 off the shelf. This is the MiG 140, and if you're going to get one, I would start at least with the 140 or the 170 gas model, so that you can add gas to it, not the 125. The 125 is I heard okay, but you can only use it. You can't use it. You can't upgrade it. So it's just one-time deal. Now the cheap parts about these are the wand and stuff like that, and the hose. It's kind of cheap. You don't want to roll your car over that hose, boy. You'll ruin the welder. So just keep that in mind. So this thing's about prepped here, just about. I got those things there to sand. I think I gotta sand these. Got all those little things sanded. Lost my video footage for that, but they're all done. All right, let's get busy. We're gonna mask this off back here and get this all ready. Had to do a couple more patches on this. Of course, we didn't get some of this stuff in video, unfortunately. I got patches there and over there for the seat belts. I got this all sanded in the back here. Gonna just quickly cover that up. Maybe not even gonna back mask that. I really don't care if there's a line down there or anything. I just want this protected with paint, so I'm going to get that ready. One of the things I noticed here is I had a little trouble with my phone, with my video, but we've got a new one coming, so we'll be talking about that a little bit later. So anyway, I'm going to have to resand this, because what happened is when I was working on that, pushing the metal back up, it kind of moved this metal out here a little bit, and caused some ripples. So I'm going to go ahead and I went ahead and sand that down, put a coat on here, and I've got this thing sanded. So I'm going to do my primer for that and for this at the same time. So this is all ready. Probably the final one on it. So I don't know. I think I'm going to paint this part next, and then I don't know if I'll paint this at the same time. Maybe I'll jam this. I don't know. Maybe not. But I'm going to jam this too. That's why I need to jam the underside of that. But I have to prime this side first. So let you guys watch up. Check it out. So we got this thing in here, original rubber mat. Cover that thing up for now. Original seat belts we put in it. Here's the old one here. Then we made a new one just like it. It's exactly the same thickness metal. Just went ahead and made that. Of course that covers up all the ugly stuff under there, huh? Ready to paint back here. Gotta wait till we're out of here. Got these suckers here primed up pretty good. I think they're about ready now. Just had to put another coat on them. We got these things, got the headlights out. Kind of had to find an extra set because remember, if you guys saw the original video, this thing did not have any. But we knew we had them, so had a couple laying around. Got some nice ones there. Alright, so we got these working. Yeah, there you go. All polished up. Got this one's working, but we ordered some bulbs. They're not in yet. Hooks on the switch. The way it's supposed to. These are in. Gotta be thinking smart. Just had that fan behind me, so it was blowing everything just out of the garage. So you didn't want to blow it all the way over there. It won't go that far. I got it to where it just come out to right here. But anyway, that's what it looks like here. I didn't use the Tamco on the back. I had some leftover clear. I figured this would be a good area for that, especially when that gets a cabinet that covers it. That gets a spare tire covering it. It's not going to get moved much, I'm sure. And then it just sanded down and shot it right over the ripples. It's going to get covered up. So anyway, not worried about that part, the body work and all that. I could have got it straight if I wanted to, but it'd be completely a waste of my time. But anyway, if you remember, this was all rusted out along here. That's what that looks like after. And I didn't get it perfect, but I made it look to where it doesn't look like it used to. Remember, this was all rust holed out all the way along there. So anyway, got rid of the holes. You know, that's about all I was doing. Of course, you got to cover everything up inside. If you notice, I covered all that up. But anyway, well, I forgot what else I was going to tell you guys. I don't know if there's anything else. Anyway, I guess that's it. So I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe. We'll keep watching the build. That looks pretty good too down there. It looks like a spare can fit in there, and You know, looking good. This part doesn't look great as though. That there, yeah, it looks like crappy, but again, like I said, it's not, doesn't matter if that's going to get stuff to cover it. This there, like I said, if I got overspray in here, don't even care. I just want it sealed. That's the only thing I want. Inside here, I want it all sealed so that it can't rust again. That's my main thing I'm looking for. And we'll get on to the next part. I guess I'm gonna have to shoot that thing out next. I think I'll shoot the inside of it, and then maybe I'll shoot the outside of it too. And then all I'll have to do is just the sides and top. But I still am gonna do the outside in 2 stages. I'm gonna do the roof in 1 stage, and then I do the sides in the other. I never sprayed the whole thing. That's just a disaster on a VW van. It's just too much, especially when you're older. I mean, if I was, you know, in my 20s, I might do it, but when you're older, just doing that roof alone, I get really tired doing that. So I'm gonna do the roof 1 section, do the sides in another. I usually do it in 3. I usually do the roof, then I do the side middle section, then I do the bottom color, and that makes it much easier on your body when you're trying to spray. It makes it a lot easier to get these edges looking good, because what happens is, you know, when you start to slow down and you do these edges going this way, you tend to get runs. So if you're, you know, when you're going this way, then you're going this way up here, or if you go up and down, however you want to do it, you know, depending on how you want to lay your fan, you almost always get something going on right here, and then that'll just fall down into that panel. So I like to do this one separate, just the way I do it. Some guys, they can do it, you know, but when you spray, let's say you're spraying this way and you don't shoot your gun this, either shoot it this way, you know, straight at that. If you're shooting it and you kind of shoot it at an angle, you're going to get a lot of orange peel and dry spots along here, and I don't like that. So anyway, that's just the way I do it. I got this all fixed again, so all that's all done. I don't know what else. I guess I got this done. I didn't show you guys the outside of this. Sorry about that. I was already saying next video. Look at what happens. Start thinking. Talk to you in the next video. Like, share, and subscribe. Hear what your comments are. Thanks for watching.